Well, the latest that we've learned from investigators familiar with this case is that the gunman had weapons training. He was a licensed security guard before the pandemic, and investigators say he had evidence. He had writings online that were skewed toward white nationalist or neo-Nazi beliefs. But for the more important element of this storyline, after hours and hours of sirens as we push in and see some people praying here, this is a moment of quiet, a moment of quiescence for people to reflect here in Allen and to figure out where to go next. Shocking and terrifying moments when a gunman opened fire on unsuspecting shoppers at an outlet mall north of Dallas Saturday afternoon. The shooting sent families and workers running for their lives.
I then saw a little boy about 4 or 5. I'm assuming it was a boy, it might have been a girl. I couldn't tell the sex. Crawl out from under one of the victims. I went around the planter and grabbed him and took him away from all the bodies. I went to the third person who moaned. I knew he was alive. I felt for a pulse. There was no pulse, so I did the first chest compression. He spit up blood, and then his eyes went fixed and dilated, and I knew I lost him.
According to investigators, the gunman was shot and killed by an Allen police officer who was at the mall on an unrelated call. They believe the shooter was acting alone.
We are resolute in our commitment to pray for, praying and believing for the victims and their families.
Meanwhile, President Joe Biden is again urging Congress to pass legislation banning assault weapons and enacting universal background checks. In a statement on Sunday, President Biden said, quote, "Too many families have empty chairs at their dinner tables." Republican members of Congress cannot continue to meet this epidemic with a shrug. Tweeted thoughts and prayers are not enough. The attack in Allen is one of at least 199 mass shootings in the United States so far this year, according to the Gun Violence Archive. And what you're looking at, you see several black crosses adorned with black buntings, flowers, the Texas flag, the Lone Star flag in the center of this memorial. So far, we know the victims, only one has been publicly identified, Christian LaCour, a security guard who worked here. The ages of the victims are between 5 and 61 years old. That's the latest reporting here in Allen, Texas. I'm Mike Valerio.